Hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Mitsuko, so thank you so much for watching this video. So today's going to be all about the recommendations for the Sephora sale, which is starting pretty soon. Now I want to give you a little bit of information regarding the sale before we start. Now if you have a Rouge status, you get 20%. You start on the first day, which is the 14th, all the way up until last day, which is the 24th. If you have a VIB, you get 15%. You start on the 14th to the last day. And if you're an insider, you also start on the 14th up until the last day. Now for the Sephora collection, you get 30% off and it's available for everyone on the first day till the last days. Now I just wanted to mention something quickly. Keep in mind that yes, the Sephora sale is pretty good, but sometimes some of the brands that are available at Sephora have their own sale on their website. For example, like Fenty, I know Anastasia usually does, and then Pat McGrath, and those sales are pretty good. Fenty usually has a friends and family sale, which is available to everyone, and you get 30% off. You just have to register for their subscription, you get the notification, and then you can shop. And I live in Canada, and a lot of companies don't have a Canadian website, so it would cost me a lot more to purchase directly from their website. So that's why I like the Sephora sale. Anyway, let's get into this recommendation. Now all of my recommendations are products that I've tried and I love and I've talked about a lot on my channel, so this shouldn't be a surprise for anyone. I only have one fragrance on the list, so I'm going to start with that, which is from the 7 Virtues Scented Vanille. And let me tell you, this perfume is delicious. 7 Virtues is a Canadian company, and oh my god, this one smells so good. I first tried it when I got a sample from Sephora. I fell in love, so I ended up purchasing the rollerball last spring during the Sephora sale. Finished the perfume before the end of the summer. When I tell you this thing, I was obsessed with this perfume. It smells really good. I'll put the notes on the screen. I would describe it as smoky, just strong. It reminds me of a unisex perfume, almost like a cologne, but not really. I don't know. If you like strong, smoky, delicious perfumes, definitely give this one a try. Maybe start with the rollerball. It's also so easy to apply because, you know, you can just put it on, and it's great for traveling also. Now I'm always on the hunt for a great makeup remover, and this one from Glow Recipe is amazing. So this is the Papaya Sorbet Enzyme Cleansing Balm. I use it all the time. It's the only one I have, and I truly like it because one, it does last a long time. I got this one in the spring of last year and I've been using it every time I need to remove my makeup. I do go in with a cleanser after I'm done with this, but it's truly amazing. It does remove all of my makeup, you know, waterproof mascaras, and also eyelash glue. Truly amazing. It's really soft on my skin and it smells delicious. I do plan on buying a new one during the Sephora sale. Now the only foundation I have on the list is from Makeup Forever, and it's the HD Skin. I have it in the shade 4 Yellow 60. Truly a beautiful foundation. The shade range is also really good, so I'm sure a lot of you can find something. Now I do suggest to go in store to, you know, shade match. And this foundation is supposed to give you a medium coverage, a natural finish, and it's good for every skin type except dry. I do have dry skin, so don't worry. Just make sure you hydrate your skin before putting on the foundation. If you have dry skin, this will give you like a matte-ish finish. That's why I like it, because all of my other foundations are very dewy, hydrating, and this one, you know, if ever I want a little matte moment, I like to use that. So moving on to concealers, and I have 3 on the list, but I'm going to start with this one from Sephora. This is the Best Skin Ever, and I have it in the shade 21.5 Yellow. Now this shade is really light. I only use it to, you know, brighten my eyes because I love a nice bright under eye, but I do plan on taking advantage of the 30% off and trying another shade that I can use to spot conceal. This concealer has a beautiful natural finish. It blends like a dream. It's supposed to be full coverage, but for me, because I mix it with other concealers, now I only put 1 dot, it gives me a nice medium. Okay, the next concealer is one that I got recently and I fell in love with. It's from LYS. So this is the Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. I did use it today along with the one from Sephora. Like I said, I mix my concealers, but it's truly beautiful. It has a nice natural finish. It's supposed to be full coverage, but for me, I think it's more of a medium, and also it has great skincare benefits. ingredients like hyaluronic acid, turmeric, and ashwagandha. All that will help with dark spots and brighten your skin, so that's amazing. Also comes at a great price point. So the last concealer is from Pat McGrath. I had to include these. They're on the pricey side, but I do think they're worth it. So this is the Sublime Perfection concealer, and I have two shades, MD23 and MD26. Now one I can use just to spot conceal, the other one is a little bit lighter, so I like to use it just to brighten my under eye. These concealers are great because they have a beautiful natural finish on my skin, and I do find them hydrating. They're not drying at all, so that's always great. This concealer is also great because it covers all of the dark spots that I have and also my dark circles, which I'm super happy. I like to use them as a base and then layer my concealers because these are full. Add them with the others, great combo, love it. And now it's time for blushes. I love blushes, so there's going to be quite a few on the list, and again, none of these are going to be a surprise. The first one on the list is from NARS Macao, queen of multi-purpose, and I truly love all her products. Now this is the Dewy Lip and Cheek palette. I actually used it today and I truly love it. Now I have two shades that are my favorite. I've talked about this palette so many times on the channel. I do think it's worth it. Now it also comes in another shade. I think it's something a little bit more colorful, but I went for the neutral because I'm a neutral girl. Now this shade clearly is an obsession. It is beautiful on the cheeks. Now I only use this palette on my cheeks and it is beautiful. It has a nice radiant finish. If ever it's too much, you can always go in and then set it with your setting spray, or you can always put a light amount of powdered blush on top, which is what I did today. Truly love this, definitely think it's worth it. So I love a good orange and terracotta blush. So when Freck Beauty came out with a new shade in their cheek slime, I knew I had to get it. So this is Orange Wine and it's a beautiful liquid blush. So definitely buildable. If you want like a hint of orange on your skin, consider trying this one. I do have the other one, which is Fieldling. It's a little bit rusty, darker, but this one is a true orange. It complements my skin tone so well, and I know I'm going to be using this in the spring all the time. I also like to mix these two together, or even with any other blush that I have. I like to make my own color. This blends really well. I like to use a brush to blend it, but it also gives you a nice natural finish. Now continuing with the orange terracotta, the next one is from Fashion Fair and it's the Lush Blush Duo in the shade Chocolate Chip. Now excuse the appearance because the packaging gets dirty pretty easily because it's white, okay? I really like this because the shades are completely different but in the same color family, which is great, not complaining, love the two. The cream blush is beautiful. It has a radiant finish. It's more of an orange on my skin, and then the powder is beautiful because you can use it as a blush, but you can also use it as a bronzer depending on how it shows up on your skin. So moving on to Gucci, this is the Blush de Beauté in the shade 6. This is Warm Berry. Beautiful packaging and the shade is just special. I've talked about this so many times and I also used it today as a topper. Love it. So this is the beautiful shade. On my skin, it's not terracotta, it's not berry, it's just in between, okay? I don't know how to explain it. It just looks beautiful on my cheeks. You can also use this on your lids, which is really nice, but I mostly use it on my cheeks. Beautiful. Now this blush is supposed to be hydrating. It does have hyaluronic acid. It's also meant to be long wearing and it's supposed to be matte, but it's described as a luminous matte. It's not matte on my skin, but it's not radiant. It just looks like hydrated skin without the glow, if that makes sense. Truly love it. Now the only thing is the price. The price is steep on this one, but I do really like the shade. So the last one for the blushes is from NARS Macao. So this is the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder Flush. Whew. And I have this one in the shade of Rosé and Brunch. I got this one recently just because I was obsessed with the Blurring Skin Balm powder in the shade Universal, which I use to set my makeup and then also to prep my skin. Now I was curious, so I had to get it. I ended up going with Rosé and Brunch and not Jubilee, which I am eyeing for this sale because I love, like I said, I love a good orange blush. Now this is supposed to give you a matte finish. It's also meant to be buildable. I like to use a brush for this, and it gives me a nice blown out look. But if you want pigment, use a sponge and you will get it, okay? Beautiful, and it's meant to be also long wearing. If you asked me maybe a year or two ago if I love highlighters, I would have told you, you know what, I'm not opposed to it, but I'm not crazy about it. Now I love highlighters. I love a good liquid highlighter or like something creamy just to give you like a glow from within, and this one from NARS Macao is just beautiful, and I love the shade. This one is Vision Flush Glow. I do have the Vision Flush blush that you can use on your lips, cheeks, and eyes. This one is just a highlighter, so you can mix it with your foundation. You can also use it on its own, and I've done both. Love the result. Now this one is in the shade Legendary. It's truly a beautiful shade. This is what it looks like. It reminds me of a nice chocolate with copper. I do think that this shade complements darker skin tones, so if you're lighter than me, proceed with caution. If you're around my skin tone, what I like to do is mix it with my foundation. It gives me a nice glow, but if you put it on top, like on its own, take your time to blend it because it is going to stand out. Nonetheless, it is beautiful. It gives you that glow from within. Let's talk about bronzers, and I have this one from Fenty. So this is Sunstalker, and I have it in the shade Coconutty. I love this bronzer because it's subtle on my skin. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, and it's super nice. Now if ever I use a cream bronzer and I just want something on top of it, I'll just go for that. Or if ever I just want to go for something simple, I'll just use this, put it on my lids as well, and then call it a day. Now I do have a lot of cream bronzers, and I really like this one because it is matte and it's just not drying at all. Now the next one, I got it recently and I've been in love since. I actually used it today. So this one is from Haus Labs. So this is her high power pigment paint, and I have it in the shade Cocoa. The good thing about this is that it's multi-purpose. You can use it all over your face and body, which is amazing. I do think this is a great product if ever you are traveling and you don't want to bring a lot of products. This can work as a blush. I mean, it comes in other shades, but you can use it as a blush. You can use it as a bronzer. This definitely use it as a bronzer. You can also use it on your eyes. I mean, lips, everything, okay? And I love this shade because again, I love a nice reddish brown, and it complements my skin really well, and it blends pretty well. Now do not wait for this to dry before you blend it because it will not budge. It's supposed to give you a matte finish. I do plan on wearing this all the time during the spring and summer. It's going to be my go-to for sure. So the last four I have are all lip product, and the first one on the list is from LYS. So this one is a new obsession. It's Devoted. I'm actually wearing it today as a lip liner. It's a beautiful dark brown. I love the price. It's super soft on the lips, blends like a dream. It does come in other shades, and a couple people did ask me if it would be easy to sharpen the pencil, and it is. It works totally fine. So another one I'm wearing today is from Fashion Fair. This is a lip teaser gloss, and this one is in the shade Honey in Harlem. It's a beautiful gloss. I have it right in the middle. Truly love it, and I feel like it works well with the LYS. Now I don't think I can wear this on its own because it's a little bit too light. It might look a little bit ashy if I wear this on its own, but nonetheless I think it's truly nice. Just keep in mind that the texture is more of a lipstick hybrid lip gloss. Okay, it's not super glossy. It is beautiful. It's meant to give you a radiant finish, which it does. I did add the Color Fix glaze from NARS Macao on top just to make it super glossy, but really like this one. So the next one is from Hourglass, and this one I have it in the shade Trace. So this is the Phantom Volumizing Glossy Balm, and it is glossy, it is juicy. Now this is on the pricier side, but I do think it's a beautiful lip balm lip gloss hybrid, and it's truly nice. It is meant to be plumping. You do feel the sensation. It's not strong, it's not uncomfortable, but it is super pretty on the lips. I like to wear it on its own. If you want, you can always add a lip liner. So the last one on the list is from Tower 28, and I had to add this gloss. It's the Lip Jelly. Clearly, I'm obsessed. I have 3 shades, love them. I have Fire, Cashew, and Pistachio. I really like these because they are super comfortable on the lips. They're glossy, they're juicy. The color actually shows up on my lips. Now, I think my favorite has to be this one. I love it. I put it on recently, went out, and my lips were juicy, glossy, and I'll pop up a picture so you can see. Truly think this is going to be my go-to lip gloss, and I love it. It smells delicious as well. So that's everything for my recommendation list. Let me know down below if you have any of these products. Are you considering trying them? And also let me know what you plan on getting during the Sephora sale. I do need to buy a new sunscreen, so if you have any recommendations, please comment down below. And thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.